Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and trying to get caught back up on these Alliance War videos. This is trying to close out the end of season 35, where it has Miss-Tic Dispersion as the defensive tactic, Defiance as the offensive tactic, and for this war we are up against ISO8A. And little deja vu, I got some similar assignments from the last war that I posted. We don't have boss footage because the assignment for the boss today was one of our guys that just really can't record from his phone because it's an older phone and he gets kind of lag and stuff like that. So you can see Stone representing Stone 2, we got ISO8A, they banned Ghost, Herc, and Torch. Here is the defense that we went up against, so you can take a quick look at that. You can pause it if you want, but with Miss-Tic Dispersion tactic pretty much gone now, some of the stuff might not be useful, but some of the non-Miss-Tic stuff you could take a quick peek at. But so for my war today I only have 4 fights, and I believe I take it. See, if we take it after the boss goes down? No, we don't. That was last war, the war number 8 before this. We still have Miss-Tic up. We got Longshot on this Conflictor power efficiency node 7. So Miss-Tic Dispersion is in play. I throw on a special 3, 25% protection boost. I got an invuln boost on. And you can see I threw on Cosmic Boost, but that's just for the next fight that is with Cosmic Ghost Rider. So I do have a White Mag's guidance on this fight, which is going to give me those passive stuns that allow me to bypass Conflictor. I can throw specials when I'm under 20 rock stacks. I won't apply the weakness or the stun on the special 1 or special 2. You see I did that. It did trigger the unblockable, but it kind of gives me an opening to easily trigger my buff and then trigger the miss and then wait it out. And so as long as this guy's throwing specials, which sometimes he is just a real pain in the butt, you know, kind of right now I'm just like, okay, there, he does finally throw it. I didn't have to dance around too much, but there we triggered the global again. We wait that out and then we just start smashing, and throws another special. Thank you very much, sir. And we just go in and there's another special. Thank you very much. And I think here we're just gonna finish with a special 3 and lights out. So pretty clean, safe fight. You know, I fought Longshot a lot this season. I think actually every war this season up to this point, 9 wars in a row, I had Longshot on my path. So and I've gotten him every time. You know, if he gets you with a Pure of Heart special 2, most champs you're dead, but not thing. So and then here I had the Cosmic Boost on. I still have a invuln boost on, and I'm just gonna roll with that. I probably would have preferred to have a regen boost on, but it is what it is. Now this Vivified Brute Force Terrax on 16, he will never drain his power from Vivified. So you know, he's going to be putting armor breaks on you constantly. The rock field's going to be building up, and you can just see you're taking a ton of damage. And so the solution to this, at least one of the solutions, is to use Cosmic Ghost Rider and then just nuke him down before the damage and everything gets too out of hand. So there we go. We burst down Terrax. Pretty simple, straightforward fight. Just kind of do a normal rotation with Cosmic Ghost Rider. And we still have those Cosmic Boost on, and we put on a regen boost, throw in a health pot to kind of heal up Ghost Rider, and we're going to take on this Mysterio. We also apply the White Mag's guidance on this because as of this point the passive stun still bypasses the one eye open damage reflection back, so it's not that big of a deal. So here we're just going to parry. I think I'm going to heavy. There we go. We do get a shock. It's not that big of a deal. And then we're just going to wait this out and then wait out the aptitude to let it fall off, trigger the global, wait that out, and then we're in bleed phase, do the normal rotation, end with the light to get the power gain, end with the medium to get the vigilance, straight into special 2, bunch of power back, not quite enough to get back to special 3, 1 tap, special 3, and he's gone. So it works well. Now going forward, you know, something like this, you could pretty much still do the same thing. It'll take some one eye open damage back, but putting on a white mag's guidance, they're fixing that for season 36. So passive stun or stun debuff will trigger one eye open. And then we come up, so we had some questions about either one who was going to take this path, and we were debating on it, different things. I'm like, just let me take it. This Mephisto with Thing, it's no big deal. Now Thing is not Incinerate immune, but he's immune to shock and bleed, so I don't have to worry about the Hazardshift node. Just have to worry about Nerves of Steel. If it builds up too much, those passive armor ups, just hit him into the block. And I'm just going to kind of play a little bit slow here, trying to build up my rock stacks, build up my damage from the passive furies. I do have some science boost on for this, just in case I throw some specials, and I actually think I just ended up kind of, maybe I throw 1 special 2, but I felt like the aura, the RNG was actually very, very nice to me in this war, on this fight, and it didn't trigger very much, but even when it does, it doesn't do a lot of damage. Yeah, I haven't thrown a special yet, and I think mainly I just didn't want to deal with Mystic Dispersion. You can see I'm just blocking the special ones, and so far so good. There is an aura. I'm just going to back off, wait, and then I'm going to hit into the block in a bit to try to take off those armor ups, because, you know, Thing, that really affects his damage, those armor ups, the physical resistance. So we need those off, otherwise we're gonna not be hitting so hard even with all the furies and stuff. So there, we get him down to the 30% mark, does some healing, but not a ton. Yeah, I haven't thrown a single special in this fight. I think I just felt I didn't want to deal with Mystic Dispersion if it was too big, with dealing with like an unstoppable and an unblockable coming out of the special 3, or dealing with the specials. So the science boost kind of wasted, and then we just finished with special 3. So that's it for my war. Nothing too crazy. I felt fairly simple assignments. Yeah, but I played my part, 4 fights and 4 solos, and then I think I put on a white mag's guidance for, yeah, I think I put it on for this Hulkling, and we ended up taking that Hulkling with Jabari Panther, and she totally just rinsed him. So now we've got a couple extra fights. Now this is an interesting one. So we assigned right there. So we did not realize that if she has the blue sense up, that there's a 10% chance that energy attacks will miss. That's not an interaction that any of our BG2 players were aware of. So Turtle here, Mirage Turtle, who's doing this fight with his vision. This is node 51 on the island, the Conflictor combat Deja Vu. You know, he kind of got tagged there, but for there on out, you know, Vision, OG Vision is great for this. Vision Age of Ultron would also do really well with the power control. Now there, Turtle was not paying attention to the global, hit into the miss a couple times, got a couple of those protections up, but that's all right. So then from here on out, it's just parry, light, medium, 4-hit combos to bypass doing the triggering the Conflictor power gain as much as possible, and then trying to throw the special one where she's got enough power to where it's not going to drain her down to 0, because if you drain her down to 0 with the special one, then it's going to put on that heal block, and then she's going use Conflictor to get rid of that and then get power gain. So trying to not throw special 2s is the name of the game here, because a special 2 is a guarantee drain all power down to 0. And besides the little slip up at the beginning with not knowing that her blue mode can bypass the energy attacks, this fight goes fairly well. And this is a rank 4 Tigra, and I don't know if we saw, I think there was one Dex in this fight, but I think this had some good MD on it. But Vision was our solution to fit in on the team for that. A little bit slow, but it works really well. And then next up, we got Demps, our alliance leader, my BG officer mate. He's going in on this Mixmaster Bishop with Kitty, and he loves destroying any and all bishops that come up on the map with Kitty when he has the chance, and rinses him here with the special 2. Has some power back boost on, and I'm just gonna finish him off right here. Does he throw this? I don't even know if that he throws a special 3. Well, he does. Probably should have thrown it before, but so what? So nice little takedown on Mixmaster, Power Focus 1 Aggression Prowess node, dealing with a nasty bishop. That could be a lot of fun. So as far as the battle group goes, we died twice. They died once, so they did really well. We did okay. But as far as the war goes, ISO8, D69, they had our number again. They only died one time. So that one death in BG2, that was the only death. We died 8, which is respectable, but obviously not good enough to beat a 1 death performance. So really solid job to ISO8. They beat us back-to-back seasons after we beat them for like back-to-back seasons. As far as my stats go, 4 fights, 4 kills, 0 deaths. I'm up to 44 fights, 44 kills, 1 death. That loss drops us to 6-3 on the season. We're number 10 overall in Masters. It dropped us 3 spots. And you know, it was a good fought war. But ISO8, they just had our number. They played really well. So good job to them. As far as items go, I used basically 1 set of boosts because I was able to take those 4 fights all on 1 set. A couple health potions, nothing too crazy. And you can see all my totals. I feel like what I've been asked to do has been fairly minimal over the season. So my item usage and whatnot has been, I think, lower than previous seasons. Like my fight counts and stuff is a little bit lower, but I'm taking fights that we need to get down clean, and I have some counters for. It's just how plans work out sometimes. So that's the item usage, and then here is my little collage of defenders beat and attackers used. So I added 2 fights to CGR. He's up to 4. 2 fights to Thing. He's up to 21. And you can see 9 wars in, I fought Longshot 9 times. And Terrax, that's my 5th time fighting him. And then 2nd time fighting Mephisto. And then who was the other one? Mysterio. It was the first Mysterio that I fought this season. So kind of interesting. We'll see how many long shots. Will we get 12 out of 12 on the long shots? We shall see. But I'm having a good time. And then as far as the season goes, here's just a quick glance. So this is after week 3. You can see it said Masters 7. That excludes the top 3, so we're Masters 10 overall. And this is just the leaderboard. TCN, GT40, and GT40 is number 1, TCN is number 2, and Made in Brazil is number 3. So yeah, we've faced some solid opponents. Had some interesting matchups. But here's the leaderboard. You can take a quick peek at that, how that's panned out. But as you know, this is like 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks after the season ended. I had a 10-day vacation in Hawaii last week, and I tried to get around to some of these videos before I left, and I just couldn't. And I did a lot of the editing on the plane over the Pacific for these, and now I'm just kind of getting back to doing the audio. So there's the leaderboards, and here's a little funny thing. So you're stuck around for this. So Sam VDH, he's in ISO8 D69. He put out this thing in the Nimrod chat of like how of a joke a defender, which ended up being Sauron, was, and we was like, wow, you defeated Sauron with the best option. And then later on he had to fight a Weapon X, and for whatever reason he decided to fight a Weapon X with Hercules instead of Nimrod. Not the brightest decision, and he ended up dying. And so these memes got made and got kind of sorted around, which I thought was really funny because, you know, I know Sam from the Duel Challenge Room. We were admin moderators for that for a long time, but I just thought it was funny. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed the war video. I will be putting out the last week of the season very soon. I'm going to try to get them all out before the new season 36 starts. But thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.